Hello, my dear friend. Welcome back to the channel. This is your brother, Selon's blog. Yeah, I'm welcoming a very special way. Today is a very special day. Chelsea fans all around the globe, we are expecting to get a good result tonight against Newcastle. I know you out there, but I still want to insist and tell you that at Newcastle, it has never been easy for Chelsea. With Newcastle in their home, it has never been easy with Chelsea. So even though our expectations are high, we want to win. We are there to win. We are going there tonight to win. It's not going to be an easy game. That we should know. Remember this. Yeah, before I will come out with my predictions and my lineup later tonight, I'll be bringing you those ones. I want you to understand very carefully that it's not going to be an easy game. But in any case, we still must play our game. Who expected us to score 4 goals against Manchester City? No one. No one expected Chelsea to score 4 goals. 8-goal thriller. The best match so far this season. If you ask all the pundits, they'll tell you that game against Manchester City, in a very long time, they've never witnessed a football game that was so exciting. The excitement that game generated, in a very long time, we've not witnessed a football game that was so exciting across Europe. In a very long time, the game was exciting. It was a game that it will be hard to forget. Yeah. Ask anybody around, they'll tell you. But tonight's game is going to be another different game altogether. Newcastle, they defend very, very well at home. They are not the type that park the bus. They don't park the bus, but they defend. There's a difference between parking the bus and defending very well. They are good in defending very well. But you know what? We have an advantage over them. And one advantage we have is that they have a game, Champions League game to play this week or next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. They have a Champions League game to play against PSG. So while they are playing with Chelsea, while they are playing against Chelsea, they still have one eye in Champions League. And they have a lot of injury situations. They have about 8 or 9 players right now that are still on injury list. So you can imagine they have a depleted squad and they still must play the game and play Champions League, because going to Paris to play with Paris Saint-Germain is not going to be easy as well. So they will also have one eye there. Now, can we now use all our, and come out and play our normal game like we play against Manchester City? Only thing is that we must start very well. Against Manchester City, we didn't start so well. That is why they scored the early goal. And they started bombarding us with early goals. Early strike, early attack. If we can tighten our midfield a little to help the defense so that there will not be so much pressure on our defenders. Thank God, Reece James is back. Yeah. In any case, I also want to remind you that our coach, Mauricio Pochettino, might not be on the touchline. Mauricio Pochettino has a touchline ban for the Newcastle game after his 3rd yellow card of the season. Yeah. Most of us, we never expected this one because we don't keep the records. Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino, our coach, might not be on the touchline for tonight's game because he had 3 yellow cards, accumulation of yellow cards. That is how it is. So that is it according to the latest news we are receiving from the records of those who have been keeping it. Mauricio Pochettino will not be or might not be on the touchline tonight for Newcastle game after his 3rd yellow card of the season. That is how it is. All right, before we continue, Cucurella has been speaking. One thing that he said that I took notice of, and I want to also read for you. He said, I think before the international break, we did a really good game. We have power, confidence, and a lot of energy to play these games before the international game. We know this period is difficult. We have a lot of games, but we have a lot of energy to try to win and follow this good way. The team is a little bit irregular inconsistent, according to him. The team is a little bit irregular. That means that they are inconsistent. That has been the problem. We need to stay more in this form, and the team has stayed together. I think if we stay at this level, we can do really good games, according to Cucurella, Mark Cucurella, the defender, which he is in my team tonight. I will expect him to play a game tonight. Yeah, I will have to see him tonight in a game. But we wait to see when I release my team sheet. That will be done maybe later in my third or fourth video of the day. My third or fourth video of the day. I think it should be in my fourth video of the day. Right now. That is what Cucurella has to say. Yeah. Cucurella. All right. Okay. Coming back to our coach, what the coach has said in the presser. What our coach has said in our press conference. What did the coach say? What did the coach say that you want to know? Before I go to that, let me tell you what Newcastle coach Eddie Howe, he also spoke regarding Chelsea. He spoke regarding Chelsea, and I want to let you know. This is what he said. He said, Chelsea have a great manager, someone who has been in the Premier League before, and he can develop young players and talents. Full credit to him and the job he has been doing. I think Pochettino is a really good fit for Chelsea, and they are improving every week. We know it's going to be a real test. He said he knows that the game against Chelsea is going to be a real test. I think as much as you can look at that, they've scored 8 goals in 2 games. Oh, really? Yeah. Tottenham 4 goals, Manchester City 4 goals. Okay, against Tottenham, it was a well-documented what happened in that game. But they have scored 8 goals against Tottenham and Manchester City. 8 goals. It means that we can score goals if you want to score. And before they used to accuse Chelsea that they are not scoring enough goals, that they are missing chances. But the last 2 games prove that if we want to score goals, we can score. Especially if we meet attacking teams that attack just like us. The only thing is that we need to defend a little bit. We score, we must not concede. Because when you score and they score, they cancel your goal. So we must tighten our back a little. I think we are seeing a team with outstanding players and an outstanding manager now beginning to gel and find their form, according to Newcastle coach Eddie Howe. All right, now we move to what Pochettino himself has been saying quickly. He explained in the press conference yesterday. He took his time and explained the position of the team. He made a statement, and let me just explain to you how he put it. He said, we have a young team, not by age, but by how long the team stayed together. We have a young team, not by age. He was not referring to the age of the players. When it comes to the age of the players, it's a different thing altogether. Yes, we still have the youngest team in the Premier League. But he was referring specifically to the team coming together as a unit. This team is only 4 months old. The squad is only 4 months old, or even 3.5 months old. It is only about 3 or 4 players that have been there. And with all these new additions, the team itself is so young. And so what he said was, it is expected that the team will grow together, mature together, develop together, and that is what they are working on. If you listen to what Cucurella said earlier on, it is the growth of the team that affected their inconsistencies, and the coach hinted on that. Growing together, developing together, blending together, It is what the team needs right now. They are very young by age, very talented, but if they cannot grow together as a team, they cannot achieve much. And according to our coach, the team right now is growing together, developing together. All the players in a unit. And that is what he's been working on. The growth of the team. The growth of the team. That is what Pochettino, has been working on for a very long time now with the squad. And so he's demanding from the players to grow. He made a statement recently when he said, is it Modric he talked about? He said, he must grow. He's not talking about the age, but he's talking about the growth on the pitch, in development, in attitude. Yeah, it was our Jackson. He said he must grow, develop. I'm insisting on this because when we are seeing improvement in the team, we should notice that what the coach has identified, they've been working on. And I want you from tonight's game, I said it earlier on, or last week, that we should use the Manchester City game, is it Manchester City or Tottenham game, as a springboard. As a springboard to start performing. And thank God from the Tottenham game to Manchester City game, we saw improvement. We will expect that same improvement to continue. We would like to see more growth in tonight's game, in Chelsea's match. There is so much that he said, but like I said to you, I'll be coming your way again with more. I will surely come your way again. And remember, Romeo Lavia and how do you call him? Nkuku are not available for tonight's game. They are not available. It was made very clear Romeo Lavia and Nkuku are not available for tonight's game. That we must get. All right? Okay. To end it, last but not the least, Caicedo returned to camp only on Thursday. Caicedo was in camp only on Thursday. And he had to fly out yesterday to Newcastle. Caicedo returned only on Thursday. Whether he'll be fit, fully fit and ready for the game, technically and tactically, we are not sure. Enzo returned on Wednesday. But with his conditions, the way he looks tired, Enzo and Caicedo, both for me are a doubt. One might sit out in the game against Newcastle. One of them might sit out in the game against Newcastle. Who is going to partner Enzo or who is going to partner Caicedo? Let me hear from you in the comment section. If both are to play, I am not sure because Caicedo, for instance, came back on Thursday. Yeah. So it might take something extra energy for him to perform against Newcastle. And if the coach will have to use him, it means the coach has a reason. The coach will have a very strong reason for using him if the coach will have to use him. Just to let you know about that, because it's very important. That midfield of three, Enzo, Caicedo, and Gallagher, they are very important for Chelsea, and that is why I'm bringing that for you. I'll see you again in the next one, and I will elaborate more on this midfield issue. Shalom and peace.